Hello, friends out in YouTube land. Asenva here for Manga and Anime Makeup Mondays. Joining me today is my wonderful sister, Moonie Mage.
Hello.
And we have a very, very, very serious topic to talk about today while I'm doing my Manga Makeup Monday, which, by the way, I just we just talk about anime stuff and I do my makeup at the same time. And today's topic is all about our wonderful new season, I guess spin-off season that we got of Inuyasha called Yashahime.
Sequel.
Yeah, it's like a sequel, really. It's the
Yeah.
fanfic that we all dreamed of. All the 90s kids that were watching this that were like, yes, but then
The
now
canon fanfic.
the canon fanfic, except now we're just really like honestly like crying because why did Rumiko Takashi do this to us? Like why?
Why?
So many questions. So today we are gonna kind of just hash out some of these things. I have prepared notes. Yes. Uh
Notes.
yeah, and so
Could uh could I suggest though, for like all seriousness aside, like a small moment of silence for the late
oh yes, actually.
Kirby Moreau,
Mhm.
voice actor for Miroku in the English dub, passed away earlier this week at the time of recording.
It was on the 20th
So
of November, I believe. Or
yeah,
18, no, 18th, right? A
I
couple of
think
days ago.
somewhere around there. Yeah. Like all
Such,
seriousness, all joking aside, like such a shame.
I know, like, and how sad too. Like, they just made the announcement that, that they got the old
Yeah.
cast back. And then, for him to pass away like that, I can't even imagine, like, what his coworkers might be feeling like right now,
Mm.
especially since, they worked with them. That was over 100 episodes, that they did. I know they don't do it like the Japanese, like, how all of them are in a recording
Yeah,
booth
in
for the
like a
most part.
one group
But
together.
they probably interacted at some point, so it's got to be tough right now. So yeah,
Yeah.
definitely moment of silence to that. Maybe we'll just dedicate this episode to him. And man,
Yes.
real sad because he legitly was my favorite. He like voiced so many like
Yeah.
of my '90s boyfriends. Like Troa. He was also
So many husbandos.
yeah. So yeah, Troa, and then I think wasn't he also Escaflowne? Like he was
Yes, he was
also
Prince
Escaflowne.
Vaughn in Clef
Fun.
Escaflowne. And
So
think did a brief stint also as Goku
I think
in
so.
DBZ,
Yeah, because a lot of
one of the
people were
Dragon
doing
Balls.
Dragon Ball Z tributes as well. So yeah, he will be thoroughly missed. Other things that are just, happening in this series have just blown my mind. Like we're on episode, what is it, 8 now?
They just aired episode 8, so episode 9 next week. Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like I'm not quite sure. Like I'm so lost. Like I feel like they give us a little bit and then like they take it away from us. Like how do you think the
They're
series is going so far?
they're teasing us, let's be honest. They're just
Yeah.
teasing us with
Mhm.
all of this. They give us just the slightest hint of backstory for our favorite cast and
Mhm.
then yank it away from us and bring us back to the original. But to be honest, um I honestly truly do love the new cast. Um, I love the new characters. I knew that they were gonna put some kind of shapeshifter to it's kind of funny, like to see how they've tried making parallels of like OG cast and new cast. So
Mhm.
you have the young Shippo in I don't know what the little
Oh
tanuki's name
yeah.
is, which makes me feel really bad because it's
Makes
like
me feel
that's who
bad
he's
too.
supposed to be. That's who he's supposed to be, but
What is his name? Okay, wait, you
don't
continue.
remember
I'm gonna look it up.
his
You
name.
continue.
I love that Moraha is the perfect blend of like her father and mother, which is so weird to say. I love that she's got the brash attitude of Inuyasha and like the sass of Kagome mixed together is just so awesome. Um, you have like the calm, stoic Shishomaru in Setsuna, and uh I kind of have a little bit of trouble saying who Toa would be like. Um
I feel
like
like
if you were to,
Rin,
I
honestly.
mean, maybe, yeah, maybe like a Rin. Um so I do like that. I like the the new cast for the villains as well.
Hmm.
I think they're setting up the new villains pretty good. Especially with that pirate. That pirate is turning out to be far more sinister than I anticipated.
Yeah, I know. What's up with
He's
him?
yeah, he's kind of, I'm getting definitely some ominous vibes from him.
Bro, why
Let
can't I find this Tanuki's name? It's like
me see if I can find it.
everybody knows like
Okay, Google search.
it's a new like
Everybody.
annoying character and like I don't know what the name is. Is it
Like, who is the new
Takechio?
annoying
Yep, Takechio. I'm not gonna remember
Takechio?
that name. I'm gonna forget that
Neither am
tomorrow.
I. Neither am I.
Good. Sad, sad
Yeah.
times. Yeah, I think I agree with you though. I feel like I love the callbacks. I love the new characters. I freaking love. I agree with you, Motoha. She is. I
Oh my
probably
God.
fangirl
Girl after my own heart.
every episode, because they always give us something like they show us
Hmm.
something that is so relatable to either Kagome or Inuyasha that she does.
What do you think about the twist? Because I kind of feel this way. In the first series, I mean, of course, the titular series, it's called Inuyasha, so that's how it's going to center around him and his story.
Hmm.
This one, it's just called Demon Princess, Yashahime, half Demon Princess. So the focus is actually not Inuyasha, but
Hmm.
Shishomaru's daughters are the main. So what do you think about that switch between the focus on Inuyasha and now the focus on Shishomaru?
I I think it's I think it's kind of refreshing because like we get to see like a different like side, and it's nice to see like other characters getting highlighted. I really honestly would be like pretty stoked if it really honestly was just all about Motoha. Like
Yeah,
not gonna lie,
yeah.
like I would really like be down with that kind of like, the whole
Mm.
Naruto and Boruto, like, I kind of want
Boruto.
to see that story, but I think they're doing a good job of kind of giving us a good amount of Motoha
Hmm.
and like the twin sisters. I don't think it feels too much like it's just all about them. Like I feel like
Mm.
they're doing a pretty good job like of I don't know, like giving screen time to everybody, but like I kind of like it, and it does make me curious because I always thought that too. I was like, you know, this is like post like the first series Inuyasha, people like questioning like what would even Sashomaru be like afterwards. And it kind of like it makes me like laugh because I've seen so many fan comics and fan drawings and like TikToks, and people are just like making fun of him. They're like, "What a great dad!" He's like, he had these kids, and then someone just like interviewing him, like, "So, where are your kids now?" And he's like, "Oh, I just dropped him in the forest." Why did you do that? I just wanted to see which one would survive. Like, it's like what?
Isn't that a line that Setsuna says at one point, something or other? One of them mentions like kids being left to see if they could survive.
Something I don't know, but it's just like so funny to like think of him like that. But it's like also like, which leads me to the questions like, well, if he why was he getting to have the reins on parenthood? Like obviously, like I don't think Rin would have been like, all right, Sesshomaru honey, that's fine. If you want to just drop him off in the forest, that's cool. Like I don't think she'd be down with that. So that's why it's just
I
like, what the heck is going on?
like we know that based on what we know and what we've seen so far, I actually went back because I remember, I think I had sent you a post about it or talked about it, the parallels between, and okay, like I think full disclosure, spoilers, we're going to talk about things like if you're not
Oh
not caught up yet.
shoot, that's right. If
If
you've
you're not
never
caught
seen the
up yet,
series, yeah, okay, sorry, yeah, I should have probably started off with that. Now
like
that you're watching this, you need to be up to date.
full disclosure, we're going to talk about clips and scenes up to the current episode. So if you haven't caught up yet, you might want to go back and do that. Um, but I don't want to lose my train of thought. So I remember sending you that parallel, or at least text, or it was a post that I had seen of people comparing the very brief flashback we got this week of Inuyasha and Kagome, like, and Inuyasha standing in front of her,
Yep.
and how they compare it to the, I believe, third film when Inuyasha's father did the same thing with him,
Oh.
and his mother with the fire rat robe over her.
Yep.
But what I was gonna say is that, kind of maybe in defense of Shijomaru, uh, it looks like she's in a kind of medical type robe.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just a plain white that you would see. And if you go back to that scene, if I'm not mistaken, Inuyasha's mother was similarly dressed when she gave
What?
birth to Inuyasha. She was wearing a very simple, just plain kimono. And so I'm wondering if whatever trance, or like if they are gonna just straight up bring that parallel of Shishomaru going in to try and save Rin as she's giving birth, and that maybe that's why he dropped off the twins at the village when they were young, because he was trying to maybe track down whoever put Rin in the state that she's in. Like, I honestly, that's maybe my crack theory that I've got, is that it looks like she probably fell into that coma or trance like almost as soon as she finished giving birth.
Hmm. I don't know.
I
Okay, so
don't
that
know.
okay, so that leads me to my questions. Okay, so
Okay.
first of all, number one, the question still remains from I did a video, um, I think it was a Shoujo Saturday video actually, and I talked about it was after the first episode premiered, and
Mhm.
I basically just asked those questions. Like I asked like a list of questions, and some of those questions still have not been answered, including my first questions, which are where are they? They still haven't really like flat out told us where they
Yeah.
are. Where Sashomaru,
Hmm.
Inuyasha, Kagome, Miroku, Sango, like where the heck
Sorry.
they have not told us anything
Yeah.
as far as that's concerned. So I'm just gonna table that one because that still hasn't been answered. My
Yeah.
second question that came to me, I think like towards the third or fourth episode, was where the freak are Sango's twins?
Yeah. And I think I remember mentioning that same question to you as well. Like, if they were going to just be, like, I'm wondering if they're just villager A and B in the
How
background
could
of
they do
kind of
that though?
like, yeah, for real. Like, I find
That's
it a
not
bit
right.
odd, right? I find it a bit odd that out of the three children, only the youngest male was the one to join Kohaku
Yeah,
to
dude.
be trained as a demon slayer.
Because it was all women power. Because it was Sango, and she was
It
kicking
was. I
ass
mean,
and taking names, and then like her daughters are just gonna
yeah,
be like, "We just married a husband in the village." Like, where are they?
like
And wouldn't they be
that
older?
almost that almost seemed like they would. They're older than him because like they're God, I'm trying to remember if they say exactly how old the twins are when Sango's giving birth at the end of the series. Um, but they have to be at least like what, 2 or 3.
Years
So
old?
they're maybe 2 or 3 years older than him.
Oh
So
crap! What happened? Dang it! What?
uh, they have to be like 2 or 3 years older than their brother Hisui. Um, I wonder though, because they've got essentially the two career paths in their parents. They have the demon slayer and they have the priest monk. So it is also maybe a possibility that they went and got trained at a temple
Okay, I thought about
as
that too, and I was like, okay, that would
Miko.
be pretty badass. Okay, if they were like some like really powerful like priestesses or something, because
Yeah,
they have to get something from Miroku too. Like,
they definitely show that. I think they hint heavily at Hisui and his ability to sense demon yoki, and to be able to like have that natural ability instinct to be a demon slayer. So I wonder if the girls then got abilities from Miroku as far as his ability to actually imbue divinity,
Mm-hmm.
and having like spiritual powers. Like I said, maybe, but then at the same time, if that were the case, why wouldn't they apprentice under Kaede?
I don't know.
Why why would they go to a different village or different temple altogether instead of training right under
Because
Kaede?
Kaede's old news. I don't know. I'm surprised she's alive still.
Yeah, I'm surprised both are alive. I'm surprised both her and
Oh
the
yeah,
grandpa
and the
are alive.
granddad. Yeah, how did that
For
happen?
real. For real.
What's going on there? They like, oh god, it's just like they just have forever youth. They just stay, and they don't
Eternal youth.
turn past any other age, past 80 something, and then they just stay alive forever. Yeah, but that was one of my questions that I had because I was just like, okay, so we've seen, uh, it seems like they've shown us a lot of the past characters, but I guess there's I don't know what happened to the twins. I
It looks
don't
like
know.
you're making it worse.
I'm trying to make it better. Okay. I tried to make it better and now I have to fix my eyeshadow because I took off like half of it and made it darker. So life is
Oh,
not being nice to me right now. And I'm very sad about this makeup right now and how I looked up. And I tell myself, don't look up yet until it dries. And I didn't listen
no.
to myself. So now I'm really sad about what's happening here. I'm ruining it. All right, there we go. I'll put it over. Okay, so that was my second question.
Yes.
My
Yes.
third question is, which kind of goes into one of the questions that I asked in the other video that I did, was that now they really honestly have fully told us, that there are these 7 pearls, right?
Oh, yeah. As far
So,
as how many there were.
yeah, because I had seen promo images, but they didn't really like say anything, and I think the translation had mentioned that they were called the 7 pearls, but they hadn't talked about it yet in the show. So
Yeah, I only ever saw like the rainbow pearls. They were just mentioned as the rainbow pearls.
yeah, and I think somewhere I'd count like they had a picture of it and there were 7 and I just counted them and I was like, okay, why is there so many? But yeah, my question is why the heck are there so many? And I'm wondering, is this a sneaky suspicion as to like that they're gonna come together and form the Shikon no Tama? Like what are they getting at with these 7 pearls?
I don't think that they're going to be like Shikanatama 2.0, but it's a possibility that would give me like old 90s Sailor Moon
Right?
vibes
Right?
of the rainbow crystals coming together to
That's
form
what I thought. That's what I'm thinking.
the imperial crystal, the silver crystal. The thing that kind of throws me though is it isn't it it's the they've so far got the ruby, the gold, and the silver, and those aren't traditional rainbow colors. The traditional rainbow colors would have been like a red, a yellow, and an orange maybe. And then we have like we've seen the blue and the purple. So we've already seen 5 of the 7, which would leave only 2 more colors, which would be, I mean, one of them would have to be green, and the other one would be what? Um,
Uh
Orange, because they haven't done an orange. They have gold and silver instead.
there's an image on online that has all the
Oh,
colors.
well,
I'd have to
I
dig it
haven't
up.
seen. Yeah, I haven't seen. But like, yeah, I don't know what. Or maybe they're gonna just do like an Infinity Gauntlet. He who holds all 7 pearls is like all
I
powerful.
I have no idea. I feel like something's gonna happen and they are gonna join together. I think that's what's gonna happen. I think that's gonna be like one of like the big climactic things because I know like they're unfolding the story to us now that it's like some weird like almost like they made up some weird like Chinese folk tale about like the dog and the what is he, a
Well, they're
dragon or
leaning.
something, and then they
The
were fighting and
Yeah,
and I
they're
think they're
kind
into
of
that.
doing it seems like they're kind of doing a twist on and you've seen in like other anime and manga of like the 4 divine beasts.
Uh-huh.
um in Fushigi it was what, the phoenix, the tiger, was it like a turtle
Yeah.
and a serpent or a dragon?
Yeah.
I think they're leaning into like their own version of that because obviously there wasn't a dog but that's what Shishomaru apparently is.
Yeah.
Like Shishomaru is apparently being the oldest son. He is the one of the four divine beasts, so
Mm-hmm.
to speak, that bring balance to the realm.
World, yeah.
Yeah, and that like that was like really weird. That like, do you think that they're actually gonna have a point where they're gonna make him fight Shishomaru as the tree requested?
Like the kids are gonna fight Shishomaru?
Yeah.
I feel like I don't think so. I think if anything, because like you know how Toa, not Toa, yeah, Toa was like so insistent of not fighting their dad. I think something's gonna happen because I really honestly think like okay, so I think just because I feel like this is very '90s plot, it's gonna get all climactic to where something's gonna happen to they're gonna be able to get into that world, and they're like, oh, but I gotta save mom. The only way to save mom is if we defeat the bad guy, which is the what is it again? I always forget what the opposing enemy is. It's
Oh
dogs and the is it a it was like a weird animal to be like a zodiac thing that they're fighting. What is it? It's like a pig. Is it a pig? It's not a
no,
pig.
the boar was the first one they fought.
But
The
what's
one
the
that they
one
fought,
that they're fighting right now? Because it was like
was
it's
it
a war
like a
between the
tiger?
two, and they're like
Was
if
it
you
like a
don't defeat.
tiger beast?
That's I might need to go back and reread it to rewatch it, but it seems
Mm,
like they're trying to do like a face off between Sashomer, which is the clan of the dogs or whatever, and then like whatever this other one was, which I can't
hmm.
think of what it is. So whatever this is, I think they're gonna join the
One
rest
of
of
them,
the pearls
one of them was
together.
looking like a tiger.
Is it a tiger? I don't remember. They said what it was, and
Yeah.
I can't remember what it is right now off the top of my head. But I think that's
Mm,
where they're like leading to is that they're gonna be like, oh, and now he's got the seven rainbow pearls that come together, and now it's the Shiko Natama, and they're gonna have to fight alongside with their dad to save the mom.
mm.
I think is what's gonna happen. So I don't. I feel it's very Power Rangey.
So, do
Where
you
we're
think,
going.
do you think then that that was subterfuge? Because in the flashback where Inuyasha and Kagome are under attack, essentially, or trying to defend themselves, it was Shishomaru there with the guy. It was the two of them there. They
Yeah,
came to confront Inuyasha together.
yeah.
And so, do you think that was like subterfuge on Shishomaru's part? He was just trying to trick them because, like, he was there, but not on the side to defend Inuyasha.
I know. I don't know what's up with that scene. Like, I don't know what was up with that scene that it looked like he was coming up the stairs with some person, but we don't even know
Hmm.
if that was like a bad guy. We don't know if that was the other bad guy or not.
That
You think it
looked
is?
like it looked like him to me. Like we've only seen him in the shadows. We've only seen very little of him. It looked like him to me
I don't know. Like
because there was
I
also
really don't
there
feel
was
like they'd
also
be like
mention
walking hand in hand together somewhere. I don't think that would be
no,
a
and
thing.
that's but then at the same time the tree did mention that the dog deity had neglected and turned back on his duties.
Yeah.
That's why the tree propositioned the girls to kill him.
Yeah, but I don't think he like turned and was like unless they're gonna go that route and be like the bad guy's like, oh, I know how to save your wife, and then they're gonna be like, okay, I'll team up with you just to bring Rin back, and then like that's what's happening. I don't know. That could happen too, but that'd be real. I mean, I could
What if, what if,
crackpot theories.
crackpot theory, crackpot theory alert, crackpot theory. What if they're gonna throw us a Magic Knight Rayer at the end and they're making it look like it's this guy in the shadows, but Shishomaru is using him because he, like I said, they want him to be, they're setting it up like he was gonna be the villain that they have to defeat at the end.
Yeah,
What if he's the one who wants to gather the pearls
in
to
order to
use their
save
powers
it.
to save Rin?
Maybe. Maybe. I could see that happening too. There's like so much stuff I think that could happen that I feel like I don't know. I don't know at this point. They've put so much stuff on us and taken so much away from us that I don't even know exactly like what to believe anymore. So I feel like that could be another possibility for sure. Um Yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like it could go in so many different ways. And I mean, it's not helping that they're only feeding us little bits and pieces at a time.
Little
I don't think
snippets.
that's right. Okay. I just want to know if they're alive or not. I don't care where they are or what's happening. I just want to know that they're safe and sound somewhere or fighting like an eternal battle or some crap. But hold on
Sorry.
before we oh wait, okay, wait. If you have one more crackpot theory,
No, no, no. Well, because I want to know who they would be. Like, what if they were trapped in the pearls?
okay, so that's gonna I was gonna lead into. Okay, hold on, hold on. Put a pin in it. Put a pin in it. Okay.
It
So my question though, this is just another minor question that I have. Is it how does everybody know or remember who Inuyasha and Kagome is, but why isn't anybody talking about where they went or what happened to them? Because we've
mm,
already seen that Kaede has talked. Oh yeah, ye remind me of that last Kagome.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
I'm
There
like,
was also
what?
Yotsume. Yotsume also mentioned, like, he's the one who talked to the Lord about the demon Inuyasha and his
Mm-hmm.
priestess from another realm.
Yep.
Yeah, like people know of them, they're not talking about them
What
though. Yeah,
happened?
that is
And
weird.
if it was like a huge cataclysmic event that happened that like triggered the tree of ages or whatever to wake up, I think some people would be gossiping about it. And it's just really odd that nobody says anything about what's going on with that, but they all like remember. Even that dude that kidnapped them was like, yeah, there was a girl named well, they didn't say her name, but they were saying that there was this girl that came from another world with, and they would
Hmm.
fight demons and crap. And I was like, so they know who they are, but nobody like talks about
I
what happened.
think I think they're just going to kind of write it off as the fact that like their existence is not erased, obviously, because there's proof of their existence in Moroha and Hisui and all of that. I think the it's one of those things that like maybe it's been blocked from everyone's memory as far as their disappearance. So it's like they know of them, they just don't know what happened to them. Nobody knows what happened to them, and the whole concept of them being gone has just been kind of covered
Hmm.
in everyone's memories. I think they might maybe try to be going that route.
Yeah, because I'm very upset by the fact that I didn't get my fanfics, okay? I didn't get my fanfics and all this fucking fan art that people are doing with them, all three of them together, and Inuyasha holding her up. Like, I didn't get to
Oh
see
my
any of that crap.
God, I
This is
know. I
really
want
pissing me
that
off.
so much.
Okay, it's really pissing me off that they decided to go this route with this season. I thought it was going to be like they grew up and they're going to kick ass together. But no, it was like they were ripped apart from each other and they don't know what
Hmm.
happened to their parents. Like,
Hmm.
why would you do this to your fan base? Okay? Why would you do this to us? Himiko Takashi, why? Why
Why?
why you gotta be like that with us? Anyway, so that was my second question. My other question, or not second, but that's like my one, two, three, fourth question. Um, okay, so going back, and see, I told you I was gonna forget the freaking raccoon's name. Whatever the raccoon's name was in this last episode, did you think that that was weird? That they showed us, first of all, why the F wasn't Miroku saying a damn word? He was just like,
Mm, mm,
mm, mm.
mm.
I was like, what? Like, but
Yeah, that was weird.
that whole scene though was kind of like weird to me. Like, did that weird you out too? Like, what is the
It
significance of the
did.
baby raccoon that Miroku left with that bone collector guy or whatever his name is? Why was that like even a thing? And
I
why are
really
they
don't.
are they alluding to that was Sanji? Because Sanji is his friend, right? Sanji was the name
Yeah,
of
I
the
think that's
raccoon.
his name.
Is that his daughter? Like, what are they
It's a
leading with that?
boy, I thought. I thought it was a boy.
Sanji? Or
No,
whatever
no, no,
that
the little kid, the little
Tochi
raccoon kid.
Naka or whatever the raccoon's name was.
Yeah, the little raccoon. I thought that was a boy.
Is it? Oh shit, I don't know.
Yeah,
Is it
but
a boy?
it could be a family member. Or is it? No, it was a Koji, I think, is the raccoon friend.
I thought it was Sanji.
No, because I remember in the flashback that Kagome, when she calls out to him, the name started with a K.
I thought it was Sanji.
No, I believe it was Koji.
I feel like we need to look this up.
Either way, I really hope that they're not going to make him like the ultimate key kind of thing at the end.
Okay, I
Like,
thought about that for a hot second too. I was like, shoot.
like that
Where
would
the
be, I
last
think,
gem is gonna be hiding. They're gonna hide in this stupid little
yeah,
raccoon. And
that seems, I think, a
that's the
bit weird.
climactic ending to this is that it was the raccoon the whole time.
He was the hidden weapon all along.
God,
Um,
that would be so stupid. I would cry right now. I would cry. Just
yeah,
flat out tears right now.
but
I
yeah,
don't know. But it was a
I
weird scene, right? Wasn't it
it
weird?
was it was odd. Like, for I don't know what, either maybe he's a relative that they want. Let's see, I'm trying to see if I can
Because
find his
isn't it,
name.
and doesn't it seem also kind of weird? Like they alluded to where it might have happened like after, like more time had passed. Like I don't understand because like he's walking around, roaming around Midoku like
Akitsuyo.
by himself, which is weird. Like I don't know. I just
Yeah.
got really weird vibes from that scene. I thought it was like a really weird scene that they threw in there for us, and I'm not quite sure why they did
hmm
it.
it was a bit odd. Also, like, because we don't know the extent of Taniki's lives, like we don't know how fast they age. Do you think that could have been maybe a scene before he joined up with everybody? Before Miroku joined up with everybody, and it was just like from a long time ago.
Oh, I don't know. I have no idea. Well, then that bone eater guy, well, wouldn't be there, right? Or would he be there? I don't know. It doesn't seem
He
like
would
the
still be
time.
there.
But would
But
he be
yeah,
that
like
same age
I think
though?
no, I think they're gonna kind of try and stick to this timeline. I don't know, like you said, why he would be traveling without Sango or anybody else
And he
and do
seems
this
so
kind of secret
somber.
message.
Like I don't know. It was just so weird. It was a very weird
Mm-hmm.
scene to me, and I was like, okay, I need to talk about
Mm-hmm.
that for a little bit. So
It also seems, I think, a bit weird that he would pick somebody who seems a bit of a hermit to take care of him.
yeah,
Again, kind of going back to this whole trying to keep him hidden
yeah.
for some reason.
And he's
Like,
still a questionable character, that dude. Especially
oh,
this last
the
episode.
bounty hunter.
Yeah, this last episode it was
Yeah.
so suspicious. Like all of them were. I was like, what is going on? Like, why do they all seem shady as f? Like all of them do. But I don't know. I had to throw that question in there because I just thought it was really weird.
Yeah.
Um, a very, very, very important question that I think I might have asked in my other video, but still has yet to be answered. Where's Kogo?
Where's Koga and was it
Where is he?
Ayane?
I don't give a fuck
Akane.
about her. Where's
I
Koga?
Well, no, because they would have had their own little wolf babies as well. They got married at the end of the series too.
I mean, I know they did, but I just care about Koga. Like, where is he?
Like, straight up, I maybe they'll do an episode later on where they bump into one of their kids. For whatever reason,
They better
I
because in my brain, I was already shipping Koga's kids with Inuyasha's kids in my head. So I was like, there better be some damn hot looking
oh,
baby Koga somewhere that's gonna be all like trying to make Motoha his woman because this needs to happen. Like the fan service.
I honestly, I don't know that they're gonna like the only reason I could see her doing that is straight up fan service. Like,
Yeah.
I don't
Why
think that,
not?
like, I feel like they
Why
were
not?
probably left to their own at the end. Like, I would love to see Koga straight up, love to see Koga and his family and the clan and all that. But I don't know that they're gonna actually bring him back in the series, or
Why
if they
not?
do, it's probably gonna be just very brief, I think.
I don't care. I need to see his beautiful face. I that was my second.
Do
I mean, if Inuyasha wasn't gonna be a thing, and if he was gonna be a little bitch and go back to Kikyo, I was so down with Koga and Kagome. I was like, okay, I'm gonna ride that train. I'm down with that.
Um, do we do we know how many episodes this is going to be? I don't think they've announced, have they?
No, that was another like thing that was just it's just been just brewing in the back of my mind. Is it where are they going with this? Like, are they gonna turn it? I don't even know if they've made an announcement on that, like how many episodes it's gonna be or what they're
Mm,
intending it to be. Like, but that kind of worries me too because I really don't want them to rush it. Like,
yeah.
I kind of like how the pacing is kind of going. If they are intending to do this for a while, if they're not intending to do this for a while and they're just going to shove a bunch of crap down our throat like in 2 episodes to end it, I'm going to be very disappointed.
Like I wonder if because if it's it can't be a short one. It can't be like a 12 episode because we would already be past the halfway point.
Yeah.
I feel like it's going to be closer to a 20 episode, maybe 20 to 26.
Yeah.
In which case we're then approaching the halfway point.
Mhm.
Um which can be quite frustrating because we really haven't gotten that much then as a halfway point
No. It was like they
speaks.
spent so much time just like introducing characters is really what they did.
Yeah, no, oh,
I don't know.
I found one source that says it's going to be 24 episodes.
Oh crap. Maybe the
So,
first season, unless they're intending to it multiple seasons of this. Because you know what, I really honestly like if within okay, let's say they break it into seasons, okay? Like, and if at
mhm,
least at some point in a halfway point they let us know where Kagome and Inuyasha are and stuff, and then they continue on like the storyline and like we get like a kick-ass ending, I think I'll be happy with it. But if they're gonna stretch us for 24 episodes only, and then we're not gonna find out what happened to Inuyasha and Kagome until like episode 23, I'm gonna be real pissed. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to
yeah,
you. I'm gonna be really mad here because that
yeah,
ain't
yeah,
right. That ain't right, boys. That ain't right. Why would you do that to our
oh,
kokoros?
yeah,
Um.
for sure.
All right. So I only have a few more questions, and then we can kind of just hash whatever else needs to happen. Um. What the fuck up is what the fuck is going on with Rin?
Ah,
I don't
yeah,
I don't understand, like this is kind of circling back to what we were already talking about earlier, but like seriously,
hmm
what the fuck is up with that? Like she's tied to the tree of ages and she's just like sitting there like floating in crap. Like seriously? Like okay, first of all, I'm just really surprised. I mean, yes, leading back to what you said earlier too about it being titled Yashahime, so really it's not really technically about Kagome and Inuyasha anymore or anything like that. But it's like I'm really surprised that it's like Rin. Like a lot of this feels like it's gonna come and tie back to
hmm
Rin, and it's like she really didn't have
hmm
that big of a part in the original series that now she has like a pretty big part, or it seems like she's gonna have a pretty big part. But like I really want to know what's
yeah,
going on with that.
yeah. It is definitely interesting. I think, like I said, it could tie back to the whole um concept of what was briefly mentioned in that Shishomaru being who he is, having to have a certain role that he's supposed to fulfill, a certain role that he's supposed to carry out as far as ruling, and like going against that, maybe marrying Rin would be part of that. But that kind of doesn't make sense at the same time too, because then you would expect a ruler to have an heir. Um, so like that kind of doesn't make sense. But for sure, I think it may boil down to either being just an enemy that was out to just, attack Shishomaru and found the way to do it was his vulnerable spot, which would be his family. Um, Therefore, attacking her and her necessitating a coma like state to kind of keep her alive. Because that is also the interesting thing, too. I wonder if this coma like state is the the way to kind of avoid Rin, like definitely a way to like prolong her life and to keep her from dying. Because I think we've briefly talked before once, Shishomaru's already used the sword to kind of bring her back to life. I
Yeah.
went back and looked up the scene again, and straight up, he used his sword. That's what his sword does. It brings people back to life. It keeps the demons from carrying the soul to the underworld and allows the soul to come back into the body. So when they first met Rin, that's straight up what happened. Junkin was like, oh, it's a dead human. Oh well. And Shishomaru felt this power to revive her with the sword. And Junkin, of course, being who he is like, oh my God, she's alive again. And so, like, I wonder if that can only be done once. And so, kind of like, if she's escaped death once already, whatever this threat was would be permanent. There'd be nothing Shishomaru could do to prevent that. And so, like, I wonder maybe this coma is like a way to escape that. Uh, so like maybe his enemy, like an enemy attacked and tried to do that. I wonder if there's something up with also the pirate. I think was his name Riku or
Yeah.
something. Which okay, what is up with naming bad guys Riku? Straight up,
Japan. What's wrong with you?
straight up Japan. Japan, why all the
Why you gotta
Rikus?
do this? Why the Rikus?
Why all the Rikus? I believe that's his name. I had looked up a character thing earlier. But like I wonder if he's behind the attack that put her in the state she's in.
Yeah. Or
There's something
maybe it's the
there's
work of a
something
pearl.
up.
I don't know.
No, there's something up with the line that he said. I think it was also in this most recent episode about how he doesn't attack the enemies that he hates. He attacks the enemies he loves. I think was one of the
Yeah,
subtitles I had seen.
that's what he said.
Right? So like he doesn't attack people he hates, he attacks people he loves. So that I think is also because he also seems to be taking a particular interest in Toa.
Yeah.
Like
I got weird vibes from that too. I was like, are they gonna put these two together?
no, I think maybe he might have been crushing on Rin. And
What? You think
like
on Rin?
I think if he was crushing on Rin,
I mean, I guess they're
found out like
similar in age.
and is going to do this whole revenge of like lost love and try to maybe attack Shishomaru. I don't know, maybe he's the one behind why she's in that state.
Hmm.
Um and then there goes his comment of only attacking the people he loves.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know. I did get weird vibes from that too, though, because I was just like, what's going on here? Like,
Trying to
he
find
was a weird character. Like they showed us more of him, and I was like, I'm not sure if I like this guy. He's kind of
Riku. Yeah, his name is Riku. His name is Riku. So I don't know. Maybe he has something to do with it. That would be my thing. That's the only reason I think she's in her state. She was either she herself was targeted like that, or somebody's trying to mess with Shishomaru and she got hit in the crossfire.
Yeah, it's just weird that they're by the Tree of Ages. Unless they brought her to the Tree of Ages. Like, I think
I
that's
think
the
he may
weird
have.
part.
I
Like, I
would
don't
think he would have,
understand that part. Like,
because it would make sense as far as
why?
the Tree of Ages being able to kind of essentially suspend her in time to keep her from either living or dying.
But I'm wondering if, like, Sesshomaru brought her there or if the enemies, like, brought her there. Like, I don't know.
Good question.
I have no
That is a good
idea. It's kind of weird to me.
question.
Yeah. Um, okay. So I'm gonna go on. I only have two more questions that I had written down on my notes here. So
Okay.
the big question, are they actually going to be dead or are they going to be somewhere else? This last episode that we saw, like
Mm.
it kind of showed us like that it seemed like they were not like in a typical place. It was like
Yeah.
foggy and smoky, but like the weird thing is like why would you bring your baby into that? Like why would Kagome like have her kid out there? Like unless it was brought to them, like and then just the area didn't look normal because they had like the whole
Mm.
What are those things called? Pagoda, not
The
pagoda.
Tori
Tori Tori gates. The Tori gate was there, so I'm like, I don't remember, like, I can't specifically off the top of my head remember like an area that looked like that from the first season. So
hmm
I'm not quite sure what they were doing, like strolling around with their baby in this area, and then like that happened.
straight straight up, like, and I know that it's very far fetched, but if you remember, the gate to her family's shrine is very similar in that there's a very, very long staircase up to a torii gate that then leads to the temple and the house.
Kind
Um,
of, yeah.
kind of, but like I doubt that it's like a Edo, because like I remember, I think her grandfather talked about how their temple and everything had been there for ages, and
Yeah,
like so
maybe,
I don't know, maybe that's
maybe,
what it is.
maybe.
Like, okay, straight up, my heart, my poor heart, when she's saying goodbye to Moroha,
Oh,
the
I was like,
line that
how did they do that? Why did
the
they do
line that got me was because obviously they're in feudal times, so they don't know much about the pregnancy when she's pregnant. But her talking about, like, we hit the line specifically, we we discussed, if we had a girl, we were going to give you this memento of his mother's.
that?
Which, yeah, I was just like tears, like, oh my
I
God.
know. I was like
Ugh.
ugly crying just
So,
silently. Like, what's wrong with you? And I was like, you don't understand.
you don't know. That line, I just, that whole scene and interaction just tore at my
It
heartstrings. It
really
also kind of
did.
made me wonder what they would have done if it was a boy. Like, I
Yeah.
want the rest of that conversation. What would you have done for a boy then?
Probably would have gotten to
Um,
Saiga, man. I don't know, maybe.
maybe, or the, like, because that's the other thing. She's straight up wearing remnants of the fire rat robe, right?
The Motoha?
Moroha
Yeah.
looks
Like,
like
which
she's
is so weird
wearing
because when they send her off and she's just wearing a white
a white
pattern with
kimono. Like,
a little white
yeah,
wrapping her in it. Yeah, but it does straight up look like Motoha's wearing a fire robe rat. Unless there's multiple ways to get the fire robe rat. But isn't that
they're
like you
supposed to
go
be
back
very
in the
rare.
past? Yeah, because that was if you go back into the past because I rewatched like a thing like on TikTok that somebody did from like one of the movies, and
Mm,
the dad gave the fire rope rat. He draped it over the mom when they
yes,
were
yeah. It was the
escaping.
same. It was the same
So
scene. Yeah,
that's
he
I'm just like I
pulls
don't know
out the
why.
robe,
Yeah,
drapes it on her,
I don't know how Moraha has it.
or
Like,
why it's all torn up.
un yeah,
Because
I don't
that
know.
thing is haphazardly stitched together. But again, that could be crackpot theory stuff. But
Uh,
I wonder if, like, because I know that there are traditions and there are ceremonies, as far as like, not necessarily the same baptism that you would think of in the Christian sense, but because obviously they're not Christian, but there are certain rituals and like blessings. I'm wondering if they had taken the baby to a temple to receive whatever traditional blessings upon a baby.
I don't
Like, that's
know.
that's what it
Are
would
you talking
seem
about
like
as
to
to why
me.
they're in that location?
Yeah, why they're in that location. Yeah, either
Oh,
that's either they're doing a blessing, or I wonder if maybe, because where would he keep, straight up, where would Inuyasha keep all of these keepsakes and mementos of his family? Like, what little he has of his mother that he's able to just all of a sudden whip out of nowhere.
well,
Like,
doesn't he have like that? I don't know how he did he lose the ability to get back into his eyeball? You know how
I
that's like
think
how they
so.
found the
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean
yeah.
maybe he's cute like Steven Universe is just keeping shit in his eye. He's just like
got a got a
yeah,
pink lion to just kind of.
just like shoving things in his eye and like
And
I'll go
he
back for that later.
because his mother was nobility,
I know, I don't
so
know. Because
there
I thought
has
about that
to.
too. I was like, where is he keeping these keepsakes that he has? Like, was he just carrying around lipstick? And if so, why didn't Kagome ask her about it?
Plot
Like, why do you have
convenience,
this
right?
girl's lipstick on you? Like, I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like I'm really hopeful that it is like that they're stuck in an eternal world right now
Hmm.
because they've done that
That's my thing. I don't
so
think they're
many
dead.
times. They've done that so many times. I mean, look at the whatever second or third movie, the one with Kaguya Hime, the one
No,
where they're like
Kaguya-hime
in
was the
that
second.
the second
Kaguya-hime
movie.
was the second. The
Yeah,
third one
but
was the Duel of the Brothers.
yeah, the second one. But do you remember how they were all transported to that weird mirror world? Like
Yeah.
they do that
Hmm.
shit all the time. Them transporting them to different places. Like even the climactic part in the end of Inuyasha, like they're in some weird place, like with whatever
Another
realm
dimension.
dimension thing.
They were
Like
essentially in the Pearl, I believe. They were in the Jewel
that's what I'm saying.
for
Like they
that.
could do whatever. Like I'm really hoping that they're not dead and that
I
where they
think
are
they're
right now is
trapped.
some weird
Yeah,
trapped
I
place.
think they're trapped somewhere. I don't think the fans would be none too pleased if she killed them
No
all.
joke. Like that'd be so hardcore too for her to just
And
kill.
that would be a straight up very high body count because then that's already four, at least four characters that we know of, because you know that Miroku and Sango wouldn't have left them by themselves. They would have gone to help.
Hmm.
That would have been, like I said, four deaths at once. We also don't know what happened to Shippo or if Shippo is stuck with them as
Plus, I feel
well.
okay. That was actually my second to last question. Was like, "Where's Japan?" Not that that many people probably care about it, but it's like we've seen flashbacks for everybody pretty much now. But
Yeah,
like, I
except
haven't seen
Ship, but
anything
I
about
think
Shippo
I think Shippo follows them around enough that he would probably be there with them wherever they're trapped.
unless he's with the sisters because they really seem like they were
That
showing them
too.
getting really along
That
together. So
too. Yeah.
there, unless Miroku probably just like he was making his rounds and dropping off kids, like dropped off this like like
Oh, what
kitsune person,
there's
and
what
maybe
no, what was it?
drop
There was like a
someone else
legend
somewhere.
of oh, there's a legend of a monk actually surrounded by kids that just kind of
That's why I'm just like I don't know. Maybe they were just taking turns, and maybe that explains why Sango wasn't with him because maybe Sango was dropping off her daughter somewhere with
somewhere.
Shippo, and then
Yeah.
I don't know. I have no idea,
Mm,
but that was the
hmm.
thing. My
Hmm.
last question that I had was then technically then they really haven't really told us like but technically who raised Motoha then because Sanji or whatever the Tanuki's name did you find out what his name was
Oh, I didn't.
the
I
friend
can
I really feel
look it
like his
up.
name was Sanji. I don't know why I feel like that was his name.
Sanji was somebody else. It's from a
Are you
different.
sure?
Yeah.
Oh, Hachi. Wow, I was way
Hachi.
off. Yeah, I was totally off.
Yes.
Yeah, Hachi, this dude right here. Yeah,
Yes.
Hachi, they send him off with Hachi. And where did Hachi bring her then? Is my question. Like, they were just like, here, Hachi, take him. And then, like, Hachi was like, all right, and took the baby, like, off. But, like, where did he drop Motoha off? Like, it really feels
Mm.
like she's so, not, I mean, I guess the word is feral. Like, she doesn't really, like, seem to, like, love
Fit
being in
in.
the village, and then she doesn't
Yeah.
really seem like she goes anywhere else. And now she's become, like, this, like, bounty hunter. Like, I don't
Same
understand, like,
time
what's
though,
going to happen to her.
at the same time though, Kaede knows her.
Yeah.
Kaede knows and recognizes her because we, like you said, we had that snippet of Kaede going, "Oh yeah, she's definitely their child," kind of,
Mm-hmm.
oh, genetics kind
Oh,
of thing.
yeah. And I was
Mwah.
like, damn you,
Ha ha
Kaede.
ha.
You know shit.
Um,
You're not saying anything.
so I mean, they had that moment because that also would then bring to the confusion that if she grew up in the village, Setsuna would know her. And when they showed their first meeting, it was like they were meeting for the first time.
Yeah, I know. That's I'm just like,
So
mm, it's
unless it,
something shady. Like something's missing. Like
yeah,
I don't know what it is.
yeah, I'm not sure. She, like you say, she does seem like she's kind of grown up. She's definitely wandered around. I don't think she
Hmm.
actually grew up in one place. I think she just kind of grew up on her own. I wonder
Oh,
if they're gonna tell us where she got the sword as well.
oh yeah.
Or
It's like a really random sword that she has though. Like
it
it
is because it's
doesn't have
not
any tie. It's not. That's the thing. It's
Inuyasha's.
like I don't know. it's just some sword she has. Like, I don't know if she
Yeah.
got it from one of her like bandit travel things that she does. Like, I don't know.
Sorry. Okay, I had another random thought here because we joked about it, but we had mentioned the fact that like Kagome mentioned that they were going to give the rouge if they had the daughter. It was a keepsake of the mother.
Yeah.
I wonder if Inuyasha had commissioned Torosai to make a sword if they had a son.
Oh,
And so I wonder if that the sword was supposed to be meant for if Moroha ended up being a boy, they were going to give her the sword.
that would be pretty dope. But
Right?
plot twist, what if they decided to give the rouge to a son anyway? I would be pretty down with that. I feel like if you were just like some hot, like super, like, can you imagine that? Like, just like, yes.
Yeah.
Kind of like what I look like right now, the black hair. It'd be like, because he'd have to be more
Yeah.
human than Inuyasha, so he'd just be like, yes. Beniyasha.
Also, also a quick squee moment of like any time she does one of her
Oh my
dad's
god, I
attack moves.
know. I'm so glad
Oh,
we had talked about when that episode when she first initially put the rouge on, like if that was really her or not. And I was like, bro, I'm hoping that's her because like the eyes, bro, the yellow
yeah.
like dad, and I was like,
She got the gold eyes. The first time I heard, because like I don't know if you're watching it in the well, no, you'd be watching it in the Japanese
I'm
as well,
watching it,
right?
Japanese. Yeah.
I only have the Japanese option available to me. But yeah, that Sanka Tesso, and I was just like, oh my
Oh
god.
goodness. I was
And the
like
cousin Akizu, and I was just like, oh
screaming.
my
I was
god.
screaming and like Josiah was like, "What? What's wrong with you?" And I was like, "Those are the dad's moves. You
Those are Inuyasha's
this
moves.
is Yasha." Like, and did she just internally just like feel that? Like, how did she even get the idea to use those moves?
Where? Yeah.
Like,
Where did she get the names?
did it
How
just
did
come
she
to
do
her?
that?
Was she just like, "Yes, I'm. My dad is
Because
guiding me, spirit."
I also love how they're hinting towards this a similar thing with Toa and Toa being able,
Oh,
like, okay, because
this
that's
last
straight up,
episode,
yeah, where they're alluding to her having the same abilities as her dad
that
and
dragon
being able
move.
to do the Azure Dragon
Yeah.
move. Wow.
Because you know,
Like,
I had actually forgotten about that move, and then it really. I mean, I've
mhm,
been seeing a lot. Okay, so I keep on referring to TikTok because TikTok is just flooded with Yashahime stuff right now, and a lot of people just showing like clips from the old series, and I
mhm,
completely forgot about that move. But like, yeah, dude, Sesshomaru like decimated with that move, and I was like, I don't even remember
mhm,
this, but yeah, like for her
mhm.
to be able to do that. The weird thing is, don't you think it's weird that Setsuna's like attacks are all wind attacks.
Mm,
All like cyclone and like even that other one that she just did in this recent episode was technically like also I think another word for like wind. I think.
when I see the
And I was just
translations,
like,
it's something about a sparrow
yeah. So swallow, I think is what they said.
or swallow. Yes, it's a
I,
swallow. Uh-huh.
yeah. So I'm just like, why? Why are they
I'm
like unless
no that
Kagura?
I've seen that theory. She's straight up dead. There's no way. She's straight. I
No,
mean,
I love Kagura.
you crackpot theorists. She's dead. I'm
No,
sorry.
I love
There's no
Kagura.
way.
I love
There's no
her.
way.
Yo, man,
Um,
she'd make a pretty kick-ass mom, though. Can you
she
imagine
would. Oh my God, she would have.
Kagura and like Sesshomaru's
Power
lineage?
couple.
Holy
Power
crap,
couple.
that would have been like
No.
power couple.
um,
Man, why are they wind
I
attacks?
don't
This seems
because
like
when
the
okay,
milkman.
straight up, I think that has to do with their dad's abilities, as far like technically, which would be their grandfather, because there would also be then the link to the fact that Inuyasha's attack itself, his very first one is straight up wind scar. It's a blade of force that he uses to cut down his enemy.
Mm-hmm.
So like I feel like that their realm of element may be wind, um, which would make sense in that aspect, I think. And then Shishomaru himself, from his mother's, I'm assuming mother's side, whoever Shishomaru's mother is, we don't know, because he also had. I was looking to see if anybody was going to get the poison stuff that he could do.
Oh
He used to be
yeah,
able to do poison
yeah,
abilities,
yeah,
and so I was thinking that like if they split it, that Toa got that Azure stuff, and that maybe Setsuna would get some kind of poison ability.
yeah.
But I don't know. I think it's just linked to that. That's their element. Their element is
Mm.
wind.
I don't know. It's kind of weird. I thought that was interesting that they threw that in there. But speaking of spoilers, okay, I'm telling you, TikTok, you need to avoid TikTok or go on TikTok just to go like and look at all these cool things. I think an episode or something, because I don't remember ever seeing this, but something did get leaked, maybe, because they were showing what looked like to be Sesshomaru's mom. It was like a whole scene, like a fight scene, and they were showing us Sesshomaru's mom and like I don't know if it was Sesshomaru also there, but they were showing the caption was like, "Oh, that's where they get the red stripe from." Because the mom, and it does look, she's a silver-haired woman, and she's got red stripes here, and she's like kick
Huh.
ass. Like she is kick ass in the scene. I don't even know if I favorited it or not on TikTok or if it got pulled down already or what. But yeah, I don't know if that was a leaked episode because I was really honestly trying to think. I was like, did they ever show Sashomaru's mom? Like ever?
As far as I know, I don't
Right?
think so.
Okay, well that leak, like you definitely should try to go look at it. Like it was pretty cool looking.
either either there's either a brief moment where they did, or I've delved so far into fanfic that I read somewhere a fanfic of him confronting his mother.
Oh
Like,
shit. Oh no, we've gotten to that point. Oh no.
oh.
Bro, but I'm telling you, dude. I'm telling you, there's so much crap on TikTok. It's not even funny. Like even right now, I just opened it up right now, and they're like, it's already got like there's like something that's on my for you page already that's like Inuyasha because there's
Mhm.
so much stuff being circulated right now. I really don't know
Wow.
if I saved it or not. If I do, I'll send it to you later because you really have to look at it because it's really, really awesome. But I do really love that the community is kind of like, and even like the newer generation right now is like getting into. Oh look, I did save it. I did save it, bro. Check it out. Look. Oh, can I save this? Can I share this to myself? I don't know if I can. And then I can put it on the screen, but then my video might get taken down. But I'm gonna send it to you. Maybe can I send it to you? I did. Yes, yes. I sent it to you, bro.
Because I don't have TikTok as a
Oh,
thing.
shiza. Hold on.
I
This
had I had
might
TikTok, I
get
think,
real
but
right now. Hold on. Do you
uh,
see that? Oh, what isn't red on the things? I guess it's red on her face. I don't
it's
know,
not
but they were like
playing.
showing that. Hold on, hold on. Why is this going so fast though? Okay, hold on. This is about to get real, real right now. Hold on, I'll do a split screen for you. You'll see it. You'll see it on my thing. Hold on. Share screen. Oh, you're about to poop yourself.
It's
Right
like
now.
only it's like only letting me see like 2 seconds at a time.
Okay, no. I got it. I got you. I got you, bro. I got you. I got you. I just wish there was a way that I didn't have to show my.
But I don't see any red in her hair.
I don't see red in her hair either. I don't know what people were talking about
Sorry.
that, but yeah, I think this is like leaked or something. I don't know, but yeah, this clip is like crazy. Do you see it though? Are you looking at it?
Little bits and pieces, like I said, it's
Oh,
okay. See, that is at least it's all joined. It was splitting up.
do you? Oh god, what happened to my screen?
See, I wonder if that was from the first series.
I don't remember this scene though.
Or was it
You?
no? Was it in one of the movies?
Is it? Because I don't remember this.
Again, I don't see the red streak in her hair, but I do see like the little
I don't
zigzag in
remember
the.
either. I don't know why they people were like commenting about that, but like Sashomaru's mom and what's going on there, and I don't remember this part. I don't remember this unless this is from the movie with the brothers. Maybe it came from the brothers episode,
It might have. It might
the
have.
brothers movie. But yeah, yo, look at
Which
Sashomaru's
means
mom looking
which
like a
means it
badass.
wasn't a that means it wasn't a fanfic fever dream.
Well, everything is led up to this. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, this has been circulating on TikTok, this one in particular, and I forget what this guy is even saying. I don't remember what he's saying in the background. I don't know if it was even important, but yeah, that this I
Ah,
was just like,
okay. Shishomaru's like I'm looking up another thing. Shishomaru's mother appears in the final act. So she
oh,
appeared in final act season.
so maybe this isn't a leak. Maybe this is from one of the. I don't know.
No,
I really
it's
don't know.
from yeah, it's from her name is Inukumi.
I don't know. But I just feel
Dakin refers to her as Gobo-do-sama.
I don't know. But now that I'm seeing this over again and then we're talking about it, I'm like, maybe I did see this in an episode. And maybe you're not
Yeah,
right. It's not a fanfic.
this was from the final act. It actually has listed here. Final act episode 9
Hmm. Okay, cool.
is
So I didn't think something
when she
that I'll get in
pops
trouble
in,
for.
makes a momentary
Appearance.
appearance. Yep.
I don't know, Lou. Anyway, so all these crackpot theories aside, I'm really hoping that if they do decide to do multiple seasons, that at least within this first season that we find out where they are or if they're
Mm,
even alive or not. And if they are just going to only do this as one season and that's it, I really hope they don't wait till the very end because that's honestly like I love seeing all this stuff and even like some of this like the whole cat episode, the cat demon village, whatever
mm,
episode, it kind of almost seemed like filler. And the last episode was bullshit because it was basically half the episode was episode one. And I was like, why did we waste time on this? Right?
mm.
Did you get upset by that? Because I was upset.
Yeah,
Josiah was
yeah. Where
upset too.
they
He's like, why did they just show us the first episode like all over again? And I was like, I don't know. They're wasting time. This could have been time they could have
yeah.
been talking about where Inuyasha and Kagome are.
I know they were doing that whole kind of
To close
flashback
the
and
gap.
now yeah,
I was like, I don't give a F.
now we're at the beginning, like, and now we've come back full circle. But like you said, I think there was just a little bit too much overlap. I think they could have like given the fact that it wasn't that many episodes ago. I
Yeah.
very seriously doubt people forgot what happened.
Yeah.
Um I think it was just like you said, just a tad too much replay.
Yeah.
They would have been able to use and I think get away with a little bit, but I think they went a little too heavy on it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know. I think it is like I said, if it's 24 episodes, we are getting close to the halfway point then. And as a halfway point, though we don't know too much about what happened to Inuyasha and the gang, we do have at least like more than half of the pearls as far as the
Yeah.
presence
A
goes.
lot of the pearls. What are you talking about? Like a lot.
Yeah,
There's
we
seven.
have
We have a
we
lot
have
of the
five of
pearls.
the seven. We have five of the seven, and Riku has two of them now. Because he took the purple from that
Yeah.
fight at the end.
Mm-hmm.
So we're only missing the other remaining two, which they would then spread out through the other half of the series for whatever
Yeah.
reason.
I don't know. But I'm loving it, but I'm also just really worried that this is gonna go by real fast because I'm not gonna lie, Rumiko Takashi has stabbed me in the back before, like Ranma one half. How that shit ended. Like I don't feel safe with her sometimes. Okay? I was pleasantly surprised with Final Act. I was like, this is great. I feel closure. But freaking in Ranma one half still ended like that. It still ended pretty shitty. So I don't know. I'm not 100%
Yeah,
sure
I
what's
haven't
gonna
seen
happen.
her other shows either to know how they end or not. Because straight up, when I saw the preview for episode 9, I don't know who this new little character is, but I'm like, he looks like the guy from like he looks like he would be related to the other show that she did. The Yurira is like the girl with purple hair and little horns in her head.
Oh,
I'm like,
yes.
that looks like he could be related to her. Okay, Rumiko Takahashi, what kind of crossover are we doing here?
She's like, I can do whatever I want. I just made up
I
this
can
new
do what I want.
season on the fly. Wiki
Watch,
wiki
I'm gonna
what?
bring Rama next. Let's do this.
I'm all like, okay, now you're going a little bit too far, Rubiko. Let's take it back. Take it back to. I know you got that special award a couple of like months ago, but okay, take it back. Just dial it back a bit, just a bit. Okay. I don't know. Anyway, well, we hope that you guys are enjoying this show as much as we are. If you have any
Yeah.
theories or interesting things that you would like to share with us, please let us know in the comment section down below. Would love to know what you're thinking about the series so far and what you think is going to happen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, this is Asenva signing off. Moonie, thank you so much for joining us today.
Bye. Sure.
Hope
My
you had
pleasure.
fun, and we'll have to chat with you again sometime soon.
Yeah.
Maybe for the
Look
finale, and
forward
then
to
we'll talk about how much we're sad about it or happy about it. We'll find out.
it. We
Only
shall see.
Rumiko knows. So yeah,
Time will tell.
time will tell. All right, bye, friends.
Bye.